What's going on, y'all? Shah's Bay Allah in the building. Shah's another year. God has blessed me. My hairline started going away many years ago, amen. Hairline was going away when I was 12, amen. Hairline was struggling. Shut up to Brother Tess. Well, guys, I want to talk about something, man. Usually I've been dealing with bullshit, roast topics, and all of that. But I want to discuss something, man. In today's Rumble, we will be talking about this. And as you guys know, I'm currently in Uganda. What's up, Brother Black Ground? And a lot of us in the black community in America, even if we never want to go to Africa, Africa is somewhat interesting to many of us. Even if you've never been to the continent or you're not coming, Africa is always something in the back of, I think, every black person's mind. Because this is where I believe we come from. I know that. And a lot of times, especially dealing in America, we have interactions with Africans. Many of those interactions are good. Some are bad, right? We got to be real. Especially in cities like Houston. I was talking to Uncle D. Durrell, and he was talking about the diversity of the African community in Houston. There's almost 300,000 Africans that live there. And you'll see that in cities like Los Angeles and DC. And a big problem between Africans and African Americans is that when we look at one another, the first thing that some of us will say, we are not the same people, although we look the same. We may have same genetic lineage. Some of us even look, Nigeria. I hope this don't start raining out here, nigga. Damn. It's raining. Let me take my ass back here. But, and we have these fights, especially between Nigerian Americans and African Americans. We have these little beasts in America. Continental Africans and African Americans. But when we go to other places, people don't say, this person's an African American and that person's an African, right? A lot of African Americans think that you're going to get the nod because you're a U.S. citizen. Now, in some cases, that works. Especially if you're in Poland, right? If you're in Europe and you're an African American and you have a U.S. passport and you have money, okay, obviously, you're going to have the advantage. People are going to know you from America and stuff like that. But there are many cases where that doesn't matter. African Americans also face racism in different parts of the world, much more so than you ever will in America. Brother Greg Rose, he's there. Shout out to Brother Falcon Black. I'm going to do that response video. That's my brother. Y'all go subscribe to Falcon Black. He's a good brother. And he'll fuck you up too if you talk shit. Let me just say this. And Greg, he could speak to this too because he's in Poland now. While most people are okay, certain societies have a problem with you interacting on, with their people. It's not just about, it's not just about going um, to a country like Poland or China, it's about everything that you're doing. You could, number one, if you are from the States like we are, when you go and live in China and Poland, usually when a black man or a black woman decides to do that, we're not going to live over there to struggle it up. If we come to Poland, if we go to China, we're going there because we have a better opportunity, all right, for the most part. Now, when an African goes to China, they're just trying to get the fuck out of Africa. When we go, what up, Brother Marcus Love? We need to have a hangout tonight, Brother Marcus Love. All the mods and stuff come up there talking shit. When we go to China, it's for opportunity such that, you know, the Chinese are paying us $5,000 a month, $4,000 a month to teach English, right? We are sought after commodity. We are Americans with an English speaking background, highly educated. You understand that? And so when we go to Africa, even though they're giving us a better deal, and we have an advantage over a person from Africa for the most part, we would want to think that we getting an advantage. Same thing in Poland. When an African American goes to Poland, you don't move to Poland without a plan. Most of us have more money than the average Polish person. That's an African American. I can tell you I do. You know? Damn, it's raining and shit. I can tell you that I have more money than the average Polish person. So when I'm in Poland, you know, I would expect that I'm going to get a certain situation. But what we're seeing in China right now, African Americans are being put out on the street just like the Africans. Okay? There's no difference. You understand what I'm saying? There's no difference. And that's something that we got to talk about, because as blacks, we always have this infighting. And what happens is it forces the black community in China to come together. And I've done that in Poland. In Poland, I'm a really big part of the black community. I'm not African American when I'm in Poland. I'm in the black community. You know, a person's not Nigerian in Poland. When we come together, we're all the black community in my city. And I'm not trying to say this to force people to have a certain Pan-African view, but it is what it is. The Chinese don't give a fuck about you being African American. You're just a black nigga. You know? A lot of y'all, when y'all talk shit about Africa, and I mean, I've done my fair share, I talk shit about everybody. Oh no, I'm African American, I'm what. End up in China. You're just another nigga. You know? You're just another nigga. You know, we be even going back and forth with, you know, some of the brothers from Britain. It'd be fun with them because they have very similar experiences than us. But you're just a nigga. It don't matter that you know you got a good degree, you making a lot of money in Poland, or you're a nigga. And you're a nigga that shouldn't be there. And when something goes wrong in a place like Poland or China, the first person we gonna blame are the people that we don't want here. And when everything is okay, they don't have no problem. You know? When everything is there, you know, now Poland is definitely much better than China in terms of being, you know, treated, because, you know, Poland is in the European Union and they can't get hit with too much of racism and stuff like that. But China, come on, man, they don't give a fuck about, you know, human rights and all of that. You know? And a lot of you black men out here that think like, you know, you're gonna go live somewhere and you're gonna get you a foreign woman and stuff. Now, why it might not be as bad as China is, you gotta have to also have the understanding that if you think you're gonna move someplace that has a history of mistreating black people, and all of a sudden they're gonna open the red carpet for you, you gotta be an idiot. Like you see this all the time, Brother Marcus. These brothers talk about moving to Brazil. I know you were recently there. And I love Brazil, man. Like, I can't speak Portuguese, but I'm talking about, man, Brazil is just a nice culture. The nightlife is off the chain, especially in Rio. I've only been there. The women, if you, come on now. Y'all know about what the women working with. And a lot of brothers think because, oh, the real is low. My American dollar goes far. I'm American passport. I got the advantage. But nigga, the Brazilians who run the country are not black. They don't like niggas. And they never gonna accept you. The brothers in the Dominican Republic that go there, move there. Hey man, they find out the hard way all the time. That you being African American, nigga, that don't mean nothing. You just a nigga. You still a nigga. You just happen to have a few dollars, but you're a nigga. Now I know DR, that probably is a little bit better as far as an experience. But a lot of black people gotta start, you know, putting this mindset like, because I'm African American, people gonna exclude me from the fucker. It's the same thing Nigerians do. Nigerians come to America, they do very well. You know, my brother Falcon Black, he's in London. You know, Nigerians are, you know, doing very well in London. Any big city, Nigerians are very merchant-based and business-driven people. You got to get, especially those Igbo people, you know. And they're gonna get into those, you know, the healthcare services. They're gonna get into the, you know, the Nigerian markets. And I'm using them as an example, but most West Africans are very astute, and they're fastidious, and they're smart. They got a lot to offer any place they go. They believe in business. They believe in being financially independent. They believe in forming these communities. They do it in Philadelphia. They do it in New York. And then when they do better, they try to separate themselves from the African Americans. Well, I'm not them. Until the police get behind your motherfucking ass, and then they got the goddamn Glocks in the back of your motherfucking head. Get on the ground, nigga. But wait a minute. I'm not an African American. I'm Ubuntu to local. No. When they racially profiling a motherfucker, they don't give a fuck about you being Nigerian or you being black British. Bitch, you a nigga. And we gotta understand that that's how a lot of people look at us. And there's nothing that you can do. You can mask it behind degrees. You know, you can mask it behind all of this. You know, we gotta understand, man, a lot of these people who have a very nationalistic perspective, and I'm talking insofar the Chinese and Poland, Greg is in Poland. Polish history is such that they have been, you know, conquered by groups. And I'm talking about, you know, under the rule of indirectly of the Russians and the Communist Party there. And then, you know, they was definitely invaded by Germans. So the Polish are very peculiar about foreigners. You know, they don't like anybody moving into their territory, you know. They even have problems with Ukrainians. Ukrainians are next door. It's not even about hating black people. It's about hating the Belarusians, the Ukrainians, you know. You got British people that go to Poland to get their ass whooped, more so than even the blacks and Arabs, you know. The thing about it is, they have a very nationalistic perspective. They are one people. They don't have tribes in Poland like that. They're one people and they're Catholic. And they speak the same language. Obviously they have different accents, but a lot of people don't want integration with anybody. They want separation from other people, especially the nationalistic people, the current government. Now you have some people who are liberal, because Polish people, you know, thank you, Brother Chief Rocka. But at the end of the day, that don't mean they want your black ass with their women. People gonna have a problem with that. People gonna have a problem, thank you, Brother Marlon. They're gonna have a problem with you getting into their economy. You know, if you come to Africa, for example, and you set up a good business, people not gonna look at you like, oh, these American niggas are setting up business in Africa. They're gonna be looking at you like, yo, can I get a job? I mean, that's how they gonna look at it. Oh, the black American motherfucker got a business in Africa. Well, shit. Let me go see if I can work for their ass. I'm tired of working for these Indian motherfuckers. You know? Somebody see you with a Ugandan woman, a South African woman. Nobody gonna say anything. And you guys know that I'm really, really big on the African Americans and our history, and I do have some form of nationalism for that. But we gotta be honest about this thing, man. If there was ever a time where Pan-African principles got to be used, it's right now. Thank you, Brother Marcus Love. We gotta be honest, man. We gotta really have this conversation, because a lot of time I would say, I'm not a Pan-Africanist, but I have Pan-African principles. But this is why Africans, Black, British, African Americans, we gotta start helping each other, man, especially as Black men. And I'm making a call out to all you brothers, you know, all Black men worldwide. We should be in a position such that if our people are over in China right now, we can send a motherfucker to go get them and bring their ass back home. We should be able to do that. And you cannot have Pan-Africanism without the men. You know, the Black men in Britain, the Black men in America, the Black men in Africa. Hey, listen, none of this Pan-African shit that niggas talk about will ever happen if you niggas, y'all don't worry about my birthday right now. We'll do that tonight, but I want y'all to listen to this message. Thank you, Brother Falcon Black. You Black men in the world, we gotta start working together. Okay? We're doing it a little bit by here and now, and that's great. But see, as a group of men, when you have certain people over in certain places, you say, well, it's not my problem. But then when you have African Americans over there, or Black British over there, and Africans over there, and they being put the fuck out on the street, that is a problem. It's a problem. And that comes from a perspective that nobody is going to have any kind of respect for you but people who look like you. You know? You can try this shit till you blue in the face. A lot of you niggas can try to go and fit in with other people's cultures. You know, I've seen this Black nigga. He's a brother from Britain, but he speaks fluent Polish. And he teaches Polish. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, man, you spend a lot of time learning these people's language, and you still a nigga. To them. You know? Like, to them, you are still a monkey. They may not come out and say it as such, or even to that level of, you know, of intensity, but, you know, that would have to be the truth. You know, a lot of Black people, you know, especially Africans, you know, they go and they learn Mandarin. They learn all these things. You know, Africans, they speak like 35 languages when they live places. Their own tongue, English, and then when they go someplace, they move another one. But you speak their language only to learn and to find out they don't give a fuck about you. Why not learn Swahili if you're gonna learn something? You know? And this is why a lot of Black men, man, we really got to be about this business, man. If you don't think about working with Black men and getting out of this idea of Africa is not in your future, you got to get out of that today. And I'm Mambo, that's Swahili. We got to get out of that, man. Because you know me, I've had a very, you know, standoffish approach towards, I'm kind of been in the middle of Pan-Africanism, you know, and I still am to a certain degree. But right now in Uganda, coronavirus cases, they're only 55. You know, the NHS right now in London in Manchester, in the UK. I mean, anybody knows the UK is small. In Northern Ireland, no, it's all right talking. I wasn't talking just singling you out or anything. But the UK is like what, 40, 50 million people living on top of each other. It's probably even worse than New York City, in London. And all of these deaths, okay, people are moving to these international cities for opportunity. But where does coronavirus come? Coronavirus knocks on the door of international hubs, London, New York City. Why do you think New York City and London and all these places, Paris, Rome, people going to these cities looking for opportunity and they're getting sick, And right now, the people that don't want to come to Africa, the Dar es Salaams, the Lagos, and Lagos is like what, 15 million people in Lagos. People, it just goes to show you how many people still don't care about Africa, right? So much so that the disease hardly is here. Or it's not emanating as it is in other places. And we gotta really be honest, man. These other people are never gonna accept us. You can think about it being in America, where we 14% of the population. I mean, they're not gonna accept you. If they're not accepting you in the UK and in America, they never gonna accept you anywhere else. The only logical place that you can come in and be accepted is Africa. It's a no-brainer. And a lot of motherfuckers gotta look at Africa for your own health. This is a logical answer. And I'm not a person that's ever said something like this, but this is where we at. Doug was talking to me about that after research. African Americans with degrees in money and that's working for multinational corporations. Because an African American ain't gonna just show up to China without nothing. That's not how we operate. All right, if we're gonna move to Japan, if we're gonna have our shit together. Because we already know it's not Europe. So you have African Americans that have, working for multinational corporations, managers, project managers, and you go to McDonald's, the motherfucker's telling you, I can't give you McDonald's because you're a nigga. What? I mean, imagine that. Imagine me going to Poland and I can't get service because I'm black. Like, what year are we living in? 1955? Oh, you brought the coronavirus. Bitch, I did what? So, I mean, a lot of this, let's say these cultural misunderstandings, what this is showing me, you're going to get over that. If you're going to want to survive. This is what the Chinese people are showing you and other groups are going to show you, even right now. With the coronavirus situation that's happening. I agree with his brother over, and I interviewed him. Did a video on the African Diaspora channel. I do agree with this point. These other countries are looking out for themselves right now. What up, Jima? These other countries, yeah, because you in Russia where y'all don't ever get no sunlight and shit. I know you glad to see the sun for the first time in your life, huh? Oh my God, the sun. These other people are worried about themselves. Usually in a pandemic or epidemic, you can depend on America to help you. You can depend on Europe to help you. What up, brother? It was, but now you can't depend on that. America don't even have the resources to help its own people. How the fuck are they going to help Africans? The black community, remember that shit, Falcon Black? All these niggas was talking about, yeah, coronavirus. Doug, you read my mind. I'm trying to get him on today. Doug, email me. Make sure I talk to the nigga today. I did the Chris Law. Shout out to Doug. Doug is the one that told me about Chris Law. Doug get me back on track when I'm being a nigga. But a lot of y'all in the black community, you living in Milwaukee, you living in these places where a lot of blacks, let's even say the Hampton, Virginia area, those places where you got a lot of blacks, you know, St. Louis, like 90% of the coronavirus cases are black people. In the United States, they're not gonna rush to, we all know what's happening now. They're not gonna rush to save niggas. They ain't never did that. And so if the United States ain't gonna run to save you, and you are the people being affected by coronavirus when you thought you couldn't get it, where does that leave Africa? The white man is telling everybody, do something for your fucking self. He's telling you that. He's telling me that. He been telling us that. Elijah Muhammad was right. You can disagree with him, but listen, black men gotta understand this. These people are not gonna look out for us. They're not. And we're gonna have to, at some part, these people are gonna force us to work with Africa for our survival. It's just where it's going. Okay? I'm the first person to say this. But the Chinese are going to force, and everybody else in the world, you're going to have to be forced to be one community and work together. It's going to be just like it was in the 50s. What up, Brother Travaris? Look at Dima. He be coming to the chat sometimes and say hi to him. What up, Dima? He be like, oh my goodness. So eventually, that's what we're going to be faced with. You know, we need to get the brothers and sisters together. Well, really the brothers, because the sisters, they be tripping sometimes. But somebody says, why doesn't their country get them back? They want other countries to get their countrymen. Tiff, I mean, I don't know that, why they don't. Probably because Africa is fucking corrupt. What up, Brother Art and Style? But the where we're going right now is the world is going to force all black people. In my opinion, at some point, the world is going to force all black people to make a choice. I don't know when. I could be dead and gone. But what we're seeing is other people have been letting us know they don't want you there. Thank you, Brother Ill Will. They don't want you there. They don't want you there. I hate to be a person that's a conspiracy theorist, but it's obvious. They don't really want you. I mean, they want you more in the United States for what you can do. Okay, cool. But these other places, you would be a fool to think that they want you there, and they're gonna no. Dominican Republic, come on. They got a history of hating Haitians. You know? And black men, we gotta really understand this, especially a lot of the brothers talking about, you know, I want an interracial date. Let me just say this, man. I must say this. Guys, listen, I'll be roasting people, Brother Greg and all that. I'll just be, you know, joking or whatever. I really don't care about who you fucking and dating. But we have to think like other people are thinking right now, man. When the Chinese come, and anybody, Doug, he's always out and doing things with fish tanks in different people's communities and stuff. Where do the Chinese ever say, Brother Tony, thank you, Brother Tony, when do these motherfuckers ever say, I need to stop fucking with my own women or men and date out? Now, it does happen, but when do you hear them say that? When the Indians come into any place where there's black people. The Indians come to Ugandans, the Indians come to South Africa. That was in London. Come on now. London was a hotbed for India, Pakistan. Do them motherfuckers ever come and say, I need to integrate with other people? Do they ever say that? The Indians will have been living here in Uganda, and if you ever see an Indian woman with a black man, it's a national fucking story. Brother Information Man, I need you tonight, brother. I need you tonight, brother. I need you to really open this thing up for me. I need you to really build on this topic, Brother Information Man. I need you to lead this thing off. They don't. I'm in Africa right now. Julius Malema, when I was in Johannesburg last month, okay? I was in Johannesburg last month, but I remember the time before. Julius Malema accused the Indians of being racist in the same thing that Idi Amin said. He said the Indians want to live here and benefit off our economy, but they don't want to integrate with us. Well, Julius Malema, these motherfuckers ain't gonna never integrate with you. So why are you getting mad? These people look at you, and some of them even as dark as you are, as much melanin, and they'll tell you to your face, I'm not black, I'm from, you know, Hidrati state or Punjab state. And they will come where you live, and especially because information man, we're in the same city. They'll go to Del Paso Heights. Some of the motherfuckers will even be Arabic. They'll sell you pork rinds, they'll sell you bacon, and anything that these motherfuckers won't eat, and they'll take that shit right back to wherever the fuck they're from, and they're gonna give their kids a better life off of you. And they already show you that they don't fuck with you like that. They'll come in the liquor stores and, you know, they'll fuck the little hood rat chicks and shit like that. But you ain't gonna fuck their kids. You can't even, like David, you can't get to their daughters. Even in Africa, they have been here because, you know, the British brought the Indians here in Uganda to build this railroad that extended into Kenya. And so they stayed here as a merchant class. They have been here for 100 or something years. Idi Amin kicked them out for that same reason. They was dominating the economy and they wouldn't marry Africans. They kicked them out. They came back 20 years later, still not marrying Africans. But that's their right. They never gonna marry Africans or blacks. The Chinese, some of their women might do it, but do you think the motherfuckers want to see your African ass or your black ass out there fucking on their women? No. No group of men wants to see that shit. Because if there's Nigerians and Africans marrying Polish people or Chinese people, what does that show? To them as a society, it shows that their men are failed. That you go out here and marry this monkey motherfucker. Like we ain't good enough? That's how white folks think. And to be honest, that's how they rule the world. You cannot have an integrationist mentality and think you're gonna run shit. You're not. Motherfuckers who have nationalistic mentalities run the world. Look at China. China can't integrate into Africa being in interracial relationships. No, it's nigga, we putting our people up over the other people. Fuck your people. We gonna dominate you. And it's all about our agenda. Black people are the only motherfuckers that think we can be with other people and talk about black agendas. That happens right even here on YouTube. We debate that all the time. You have motherfuckers that think they pro-black with non-black motherfuckers. You can't do that. You automatically disqualify because you already have an integrationist mindset. You cannot do that. You cannot be with and it's not that I'm against it so much for that, but you just can't do it. For the survival of black people, you cannot be a motherfucker with interracial children. Or with a white man or Mexican man or Chinese man, because that's against the agenda. Because if you do it, your kids are gonna do it. You already encouraged them. They mama white. They mama Japanese. But the motherfuckers that have dominion over us, they don't think like that. The Indian motherfuckers don't think like that. And that's how they can come to Africa. You can't come to Africa. Now, the Chinese might come to Africa every now and then. I mean, they'll fuck on the African chicks and give them a baby. Every now and then, they might marry them. But you're gonna always have a reject motherfucker out of every group. You know, you can always find one Chinese motherfucker with a black lady. You ain't gonna find a lot of them motherfuckers. And a lot of you niggas, man, are gonna have to start thinking like these guys think. Otherwise, we're gonna be dominated. You know, if you want some African pussy, you niggas tell me this is what you niggas wanna do. We'll go down to Ethiopia, we'll shoot them. We'll bring the women, the black women to you, motherfucker. But you need to start fucking on these black women. Well, you find one that you like, nigga. Stop looking at the ones you don't like. A lot of you niggas need to start, and I'm not dick policing. But for this is what I'm saying. If you were someplace right now in China, you would be on the street. All that interracial shit you niggas talking about, they would say, fuck you and this bitch. Get the fuck out on the street, nigga. You a monkey ass nigga. Anything goes wrong in these places, fuck your American passport. Fuck your British passport. Somebody says the attitude is fucked up. Get you one that ain't got a fucked up attitude, bro. If you need help, there's plenty of black women in Africa. What up, Brother Joe? There's plenty of black women everywhere. And the same thing with you black women. This is why we need to start fucking for survival at this point. And everybody needs to have this mindset, man, because the world, as you see, we have African Americans in China being put out on the fucking street. And see, the thing about it is it's different when it's Africans, right? But when we put African Americans are being put out on the street, now all of a sudden you got a problem. No. You are a nigga. You're black. You know, they don't care about your passport. You are a motherfucking nigga. And then when you have this racial kind of war, it's us against you. That's all. Us against you. Nothing else. And if the black community in America don't wake the fuck up, and if the African community in America, wherever, don't wake the fuck up, and if the British community don't wake the fuck up, I'm telling you we're gonna be fucked up. I might be dead and gone, but the future of niggas is done. It's done. And that's why as black men in America and black men that watches my content, we gotta really start to really put a lot of this, I'm African, you know, me as black men, we really don't have those problems. But in the business sector, we need more brothers in the business sector to come forth, right? We need more brothers linking up that are doing things worldwide. We need to bring our talent to you know, if it's not black urban communities, we need to start having more of a black mindset in everything that we do. My brother Jay Shine, that's a good brother right there. Shout out to my brother Jay Shine. We need to bring Jay Shine. I need you on the show, brother. Because Jay Shine will really open this thing up. Because he can really talk good. I don't have to say nothing. I let Jay Shine get on here and he'll really teach you niggas everything. We gotta have more of a black first mindset. And we need to get these niggas, and we have to explain a lot of times, African Americans and British people. Let me tell you about the black British and African Americans. See, we're a little bit more woke than some of these continental Africans. We're a little bit woke, we understand these systems more. And a lot of us have to start educating the Africans on what's kind of going on. All right? A lot of people don't know. When you come to Africa, they don't really know. They don't understand, you know? But we have to make an initiative to get outside of this, oh, you're Ugandan and I'm Kenyan and I'm African American. Listen, we need to start trying to treat our people better. So that we got to start giving people an initiative and an incentive to want to do stuff. That's why I tell you all the time, as black men, we have to give ourselves the initiative to do things for us. And if we're going to have a Pan-African identity and mindset, even though I think a lot of times it doesn't work, but we have to first try by giving our first opportunities to people who look like us. Number one. That's the first motherfucking thing. You know, why I see Information Man or whatever, and Information Man and Jay Shine brothers like that, they're always, Information Man, he don't just talk about what he talks about on YouTube. I know people who know him personally. He lives what he talks about. We have to really live, this has to be a part of our lifestyle. Just like a diet. You know, whenever you see me, if I'm out in Poland, I'm in Africa. I live what I say. And we really need to start to have that mindset. African-American men, African men, you see that on the Hall of Game. We have guys of different cultures, ethnicities. I have a brother from Brazil right now that I'm going to bring on again today, hopefully. He's in Black Brazil. We got to start connecting with our people and start trying to do things and come up with solutions and start small. That's the first thing. Giving our people the better opportunity first. You know, These conferences, everything can start small. It can be 5 or 10 people. But we gotta start small. And we gotta start giving our black men the opportunities. And start looking for the black men to start leading. You know? Use this internet. Study how these groups are working together. Look at how these groups are doing things. Look at TikTok. TikTok is a Chinese app. Okay? The world is going crazy about that right now. And look at how much revenue will come in on TikTok, for an example. It's not that African Americans can't design stuff like this, because we can. But we got to start giving our people the opportunities. When we come to Africa, we got to start getting involved and giving people opportunity. This is how everybody thinks in the world. And if you a motherfucker that don't understand this, we also got to understand everybody's not going to get this. What I'm saying, some niggas don't get it. You have some niggas, you know, that have a globalist perspective. You got some niggas that, you know, they want to still be integrated in society to a certain level. And we're all integrated no matter what. But we can't argue with those people either, okay? You can't argue with them and call them names. We don't have that kind of time. You know, the agenda got to go forth. Because think about it. If you was in China right now, you'd be getting fucked up. If it was your mama, your sister. So we got to get out of all this bullshit, man. And I hold my own feet to the fire with this. All black men, and I'm putting on black men have to start connecting and working together and trying to do things. It's the only way. You seeing with the coronavirus, black people, everybody's on their own right now. Uganda and Kenya and Tanzania, the World Health Organization will give you some guidelines, but see, you're on your own. You're on your own. The black community where coronavirus is now hitting the poor and a lot of black folks, we have a lot of different diseases. You know, we're gonna lead in diabetes and high blood pressure and weak immune systems. It's wiping us out. And nobody's gonna be there to help us. It's just the truth. And if you guys gotta just get this. You guys gotta get this, man. You brothers gotta get this. And the only people that can really help us out are black men. Y'all are the only ones. The brothers in London, the brothers in Manchester, the brothers in America, the brothers on the continent. Only you black men all around the world, you're the only solution to these problems. Everybody depends on your solutions. Because I'm going to tell you right now, man, and I'm not going to be long. Brother Doug, look at how these women are so shook behind coronavirus, although it affects men more. You know, women right now that were talking that feminist shit, a lot of women are helpless right now. And just because the nature of their mindset and the nature of their personality, the Western world has made it that, you know, you can have an office job, 3 weeks of vacation a year, and then something like this comes out, it wipes them all the way out, right? And a lot of women have decided not to get married, have decided not to have families, and now those women are in the most danger. You know, that's everywhere. In Africa, man. In Africa, it's worse. Ain't no stimulus package in Africa, nigga. You know, here, where the average person makes $100 a month, you know, I find myself, you know, trying to help my employees out in this tough time. And while women and children are being affected everywhere, I know some niggas is, you know, we roast and stuff like that, but at certain points, we are the solution to all problems. The black man has a solution. Nobody has a solution for black people but black men. If you don't come up with a solution, we'll always have a problem. I'm making that a slogan. If you don't have a solution for us, nobody will, nigga. Fly guy. Because nobody is going to look at our perspective. You know, you have people, Dr. Amos Wilson. You know, people like that. I use him for example. He used to point out a lot of things, which I think they killed him. But, you know, nobody's going to look at us as human, bro. They're just not. We cannot allow white people and other groups of people to figure out our solutions. Because you're always going to lose. White people and Jewish people, they will never let Information Man and me come up with solutions for them because it's not going to benefit them. See, black men got to stop being so upset at the current situation and start being leaders. You know? We got to stop. We got to stop. You know, I can tell you right now, any black woman that you want, if you don't, you're going to find. You want a black Brazilian? You want you something lighter? Listen, you guys come up with these solutions, start working together, I can promise you, some of you niggas believe in polygamy, you will have all the pussy that you want to get. So I'm telling you, if you've never been to Africa, you ain't gonna come here and complain about women. I'll tell you that right now. That will never be your problem. But you gotta come up with these solutions. Hey, T. Kelly. And we need black men to come up with these solutions, brother. We just do. A lot of you guys have these, you know, you've been exposed to, you know, ways of life. You see things from a different perspective. If you don't come up with the solutions, we all gonna die. I'm not talking about a physical death. Everything is gonna die. You know? So we cannot do nothing. There is no Pan-Africanism without black men. There is no ADOS. There is no African American culture. If you don't dictate it, we don't have anything. You know? So we need brothers to start to really, like on the Hall of Game. This show that I'm doing. I stopped doing the rumbles more so and started doing that just because the more people I can connect. And Brother Ill Wills, I'm gonna give him a shout out, Brother Doug. But I'll start with Ill Wills because he sent me these pretty good emails, you know. You know, Brother Ill Wills, you know, brother like to talk, you know. Brother, yeah, Brother O'Shea, good to see you, brother. Yeah, I'm in New York, everything is fine. Brother, I have a tech recruiter, brother. I would love for you to bring on, brother. Yeah, brother, he's a good guy, brother. If you could just have him on the show, brother. You know, but see, I can see people like Ill Wills, they're not YouTubers. But you know their contribution is, brother, I know somebody that can give information to black men. You know how many black men care about what's going on? And they might not be influencers or whatever, but they care enough to say, hey, this guy has information. I want black men to be able to have access and the resources. We gotta be serious about, and not just talking about it. We got to give black men a resource because it could be a brother in London. It could be Brother Falcon Black. It could be a brother in Manchester. And you got to understand, as African Americans, now this is no disrespect to anybody. We are the same people here, okay? A lot of brothers are going to depend on us to bring in all the information and the talent, a lot of times. Because in London, in the UK, those communities are smaller, okay? You might have 2 million people, and those communities are a little bit smaller, and their economies are smaller. So we have more of us. It's almost 50 million of us, 45 million of us, you know, something like that. And we have more people integrated into our system by numbers. So the people that got to lead the charge in connecting black men and bringing black men, it got to be us. All right? It got to be us. If we start doing it, the other brothers will start to get on board with it. But if the African Americans don't start with that mindset, it's not going to kick off as fast as it could. You know, we're the ones that have the brothers, but you know, we got the biggest black economy in the world. You know, we have more people in these, you know, integrated into the corporate stuff. So we have to lead it off. And the, you know, our brothers that's in, you know, of course we have talented African brothers in the USA. But we have to bring the platform first so they can come in and help us build it. And we got to be connecting brothers through email. We got to connect professional brothers through LinkedIn. You know, we got to be able to do all of that. And the content creators, all of that, it starts. When Corona is over, we need to sometimes, you know, a lot of times have professional Instagram parties. I'm seeing these people doing it for twerking and all that. Sometimes, brother, we need to get around on the Instagram live and just have a drink. You know, like D. Darrell was talking about. We need to do stuff like that. And we can talk finance and business and marriage and stuff. We need to do that. We need to do that more. And then once we do that, I'm telling you, brothers will want to get more involved. A lot of you brothers meet up and, you know, brothers have met up on, you know, brothers are doing business. AM1 is a good example. He's out there in Detroit, shooting home stuff. We got to give brothers an opportunity to make some money, opportunities to do things, opportunities to change their mindset. And when they see successful black men or black men coming together, everybody wants to be a part of that shit. Everybody, women, children, everybody is watching that. I tell women all the time to stay the fuck off my channel. I tell them all the time, you niggas are there. I'm the only person in black YouTube to tell women, stay the fuck off my channel. But they can't stop coming. They see too many black men with too much good information. They can't stay away. You know, a lot of these sisters, they got kids, they got sons. They send their sons to the Hall of Game. I saw AM1 in Texas with Erica too. So look at this, you know, we got an opportunity to use this to our advantage. Yeah, even Russians and other groups. Don't just think that it's just black people watching the Hall of Game and these other shows, the Black Brain Trust. You have white folks. White people are smart. They'll come to, you know, niggas won't watch that. And white folks will, you know. White folks will watch it. So, you know, we gotta, you know, black men have to lead all charges, man. Everything that you want to see that need to be done, you gotta do it. Everything. From the trash being picked up or something, anything that you brothers are trying to do, you are the one, you guys are the leaders. And I'm kind of tired of brothers, man, having so many excuses. Oh man, I mean, come on now. I know this is the manosphere, but brother Scream, I'm getting a little tired, brother. I'm getting tired, but Deacon. I'm getting tired, man. It's starting to bother me. It's getting to me. You know, because I can't see. Every time I hear black men come, they have a lot of excuses. Feminism is this, and the white man hold me back, and you know. And let me say this, brother. And while I understand that, because I'm from America, I understand these devices and stuff. But nothing is stopping you from. Nobody tells you that you can't do things with other brothers, or you can't develop things. Nobody is, you know, you don't have an excuse. Black men gotta stop giving, you know, each other excuse as to why they can't do stuff. Some niggas you can't do nothing with. Some niggas, you know, that's what anybody. White people, Asian people, some people you can't work with. And that's fine. But there are a lot of brothers you can work with. There are a lot of talented brothers out there that want to work with somebody. Look at Brother Ill Wills and Doug. They don't get no money off this shit. They stay emailing me. Hey, brother, you need to do this. Brother right here is stranded there, whatever. That's because they care. There's a lot of black men that care. But we need to keep giving brothers a reason to want to care. You know? We need to give brothers more of a reason to want to take it serious. And the only how they can do it is they see us working together. The brothers in Africa, everybody, we got to give our people a reason to do stuff. And if you don't do that, you'll never have nothing. Look at this. I want you to look at this information, man. Just look at the scenery. Now, believe it or not, you are in one of the best parts of Kampala. If you rent a furnished apartment here, it's $1,000 a month. But look at how bad it looks. Look at how desolate it looks. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this. Now, this is what it looked like. Y'all see it? You see the roads? You see the pots? Now, what I'm about to tell you is gonna shake you up. You see it? It's Blue Koto. You saw it, right? But I'm gonna tell you one thing. 5 years ago, it looked worse than this. 10 years ago, it was a dump. And while it don't look the best right now, it's theirs. See, I want you black men to pay attention to this, and LAR taught me this. You know, you might not be where you want it to be, but you're making progress. And see, as bad as it looks right now, this road is, on African terms, is fairly new. You see that? They have at least done that. And see, a lot of times in this mindset of us working together, people gonna come and say, man, it don't look good. You niggas ain't organized enough. You niggas ain't doing this and you niggas ain't doing that. Well, look at what the whites are doing. Look at what the Chinese men are doing. And when you're starting out, that's how black men can't work together. But let me tell you something. It might not be where you want it to be, but God damn it, it was better than what it was last year. And as black people, you celebrate what you are doing. Yeah, it's things always gonna need development that need to be rebuilt. But you black men out there need to start congratulating yourself for where your life is going. You know, some of your lives is, you know, right now you don't have this done, but you might have the road done. You sit back and you look at that road, because the only people who can appreciate this road right here are the people who was here when this road wasn't shit. They're the ones that can appreciate it. And see, a lot of times people want to come out there and they want to down talk your progress and things you're doing. And that's why as blacks and Africans, we got to understand this. Sometimes I criticize Africa too, but we got to really look at the progresses that we're making. And as black men trying to do something, you know, not knowing how things always work and have ideas, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like this at first. But you work through it. You know, a lot of you brothers out there were some brothers that was from Philadelphia. 5 brothers put $50 a week together for 5 years. And they bought a house. They owned the house outright. Now, that $50 a week don't look like nothing. That's $20 a month. But look at how they starting small. Small things become big, you know? And a lot of times as black men, you know, when you're doing something, people want to downplay it. You know? They want to downplay what you're trying to do. If you're working with other brothers, if your channel is even small, if it's 500 subscribers, 600, whatever, you keep on doing what you've been doing. You know, you never get to 1 million overnight. This is the whole thing. This is about, this is about black men working together for a while. We don't have no particular time limit. We want to get things done, right? But that's true. But at the same time, if you can get black men to even meet up 5 people, it's something to celebrate. You get black men to start having connections and conversations, it's progress. A lot of times brothers get beat up because, oh, you guys don't have $1 billion. Oh, you guys don't have this business. You don't have don't worry about that. All of those things are coming. You just keep connecting. You see? Because see, the thing about it is, that's how Uganda is trying to do it. And we need to be about that. You understand? So none of this stuff can happen, man. The black man has the solution to all black problems. I believe that. I don't believe the black woman is God or anything, or the black man is God, but I do believe that God gave you the ability to have the solution. Nobody has the solution to Africa and black America than the black or African man. He's the only one that understands the problem. Everything that goes on in the black America, you have the solution. Not only do you have it, you know the solution right now. You have the answer. We don't have to go to a lab. Brother information man, we don't have to go to the laboratory. We ain't got to put in no hypothesis and all that. Y'all know what needs to be done because you live in these places. So I just want to put that on your mind, man, that we got to start looking at each other while we are individual and while we have individual cultures, tribes. African Americans are a tribe. Black British is a tribe. Some of them is Black British and Yoruba, Black British and Igbo. Black British and Jamaican. Or some of y'all more than one tribe. Some of y'all half Jamaican, half Nigerian. British. We all one tribe, but we gotta force the relationship with black people. You have to. You got to. You at least gotta force the relationship with people that have like-minded things. Let me tell you this, man. What's the saying? The strong rule over the weak, but the wise rule over the strong. And smart people, and I'm not asking no dumb niggas for this. I'm not asking for dumb niggas to come, get involved in our community, get involved. But you niggas who are smart, I'ma blame you. If nothing happens in these communities, I'm tired of blaming Pookie and Ray Ray. I'm blaming you niggas. I'm blaming all you niggas. If you went to college and you're doing well, and if I'm blaming you niggas. Because smart people don't get ruled by niggas. Niggas are told to shut the fuck up, when and how. Like yesterday, I had a stream. People didn't like what I had to say about the iron fist mentality. Me in the manosphere, you know how I am about. I proclaim myself ultimate ruler, nigga. And you goddamn right. And the reason why I do that is because, listen, that's my mentality, nigga. I'm smart, I'm talented. I'm not saying I'm the most talented, nigga, but this is what's gonna happen. I'm not waiting for you niggas to decide shit. Right? That's how I look at everything. And I blame talented brothers, man, a lot of times for, making too many excuses. Hey, man, you brothers cannot afford to let these lower tier Negroes of our people lead us. These niggas don't know what the fuck they doing. You tell these niggas, sit the fuck back, sit the fuck down, nigga. I got this. I need you brothers to come out here and have that mentality, man. A lot of niggas are still upset from, I don't know, man, the black community is a motherfucker. Niggas will make you hate them. I get it. But come on, man, nowhere in the world do dumb niggas or dumb people rule over the wise. It don't happen. That's why I cater my platforms on certain subjects to niggas who are smart. I don't expect dumb niggas to do nothing. I was talking to Jay Shine 2 weeks ago, and he was talking to me about all the great things he has had experienced and had his mentality. I don't expect no Jay Shine to be getting down with the culture of the niggas that be shooting dice on the block. He's better than that. Information man, I don't expect them niggas to do shit like that. I expect you niggas who have the sense and the mindset and the talent, I expect you to be coming up with any problem that niggas have. I don't care if the white man got his foot on our neck, the Chinese man, nigga, you're supposed to be the motherfucker that's thinking about that. Odinga, from what I've been told, and I'm gonna talk to Randy Flagg. Shout out to Odinga, because he gave me that video. It's all blacks. There is no separation. It's all blacks. So I met Odinga in Brazil. This nigga can speak fluent Portuguese. I'm talking about like, boop. That nigga just came back from Addis Ababa. I expect people like Odinga to have these solutions to African American. I should be able to go to Odinga for any Haitian problem, African American problem. Look, nigga, this is what we're going on. 30 minutes, I want you to come back with an idea of what I need to do. You niggas are the smart people. And nowhere in the world do dumb niggas dominate over those who smart. That's why even these little beefs I have with people, I go back and forth with them. But nigga, listen, I'm a smart motherfucker, nigga. We ain't on the same motherfucking level. You niggas are dumb. I mean, not you. Smart people know what the fuck they doing. They know that they don't know everything. And so you niggas don't have an excuse, man. Talented people rule over those who don't have it. All right? God blessed you with all of these gifts. You exploit it for the benefit of people that look like you. You don't go around complaining because them people don't accept you. You make them motherfuckers accept you. Look, dummy, sit your ass over here. You a stupid motherfucker. You are a people, but you dumb. All right? Now you sit your ass down somewhere. That's what you have to start thinking like, man. And that's what everybody else do. Smart people should be producing. Talented black men produce. And everybody else, they gotta get with the program, man. We gotta be out of it. We gotta be out of this mindset that we're gonna be, oh man, the black community, man, they didn't do this and man, they didn't do that. All black women like it. Hey, man, listen, man, fuck all that. I gotta tell you, you do what you're supposed to do. You're gonna have more pussy than you can. Listen, I just turned 39 today. All right? If I could retire my dick right now, I couldn't even fuck every day if I wanted to. But if it's about, I can tell you one thing. If it's about pussy and have access to women, you're gonna get plenty of that. What's up, brother Asquith? If you do what you're supposed to do, let me tell you, brother, something, man. You brothers working together will help each other get better women. This is what everybody don't know. A lot of you brothers complain about this, but you don't have no, you guys want better women, build a network. Start doing things. You want good-looking black women, good-looking whatever. Use too many brothers individually doing things, and so nobody respects you. Women respect brothers who have networks, brothers who have, because the thing about it, if you have a network, how women will look at things, women want to be provided for, right? The people who have the better network. That's why guys who get the most pussy are in what, Omega Sci-Fi? Like, think about it. Do Omega, brother Tony D, Uncle Tony. Everybody know the cues. And I know brother Information Man is brother Information Man is in another fraternity. But do you ever hear Omega Sci-Fi niggas complaining about black women? I went to Howard. Oh, and Omega Sci-Fi, I believe, started at Howard, if I'm not mistaken. Omega Sci-Fi had so much pussy. They had the best looking women. It wasn't Pookie and Ray Ray. Pookie and Ray Ray couldn't be dealing with no. I mean, Omega Sci-Fi, man, quiet as it's kept. It's the best. One of the best things a black man can do is join something like that. It gives you a professional network. All the women want to date you. The professional women of Black America. Omega Sci-Fi, you never hear Qs coming on here complaining about black women. They never have to. Even the shortest motherfuckers in Omega Sci-Fi, the ugly motherfuckers. What problems do they have? Nigga, Omega Sci-Fi got access that these niggas will never have. That's because they have a network. You know? And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You ever hear Dynasty Mir complain about that? These niggas don't complain about that because they have networks. We as black men can establish our own fraternity that's not even collegiate. Black men start doing things. Well, thank you, Brother Texas. And, you know, you niggas will draw everything to you that you want. But it starts with brothers like Asquith in Canada. He links up with brothers in the States, our brothers out there. We got to link with brothers everywhere. Watch these women flock in. Watch. Thank you, Brother Tony. So I need you niggas to get out of that, man. If that's the case, if niggas are concerned about that, listen. Start coming to Africa, man. Yeah, Jay Sean. But I didn't want to talk about that. I want to talk about this message first, brother. You know, I'm just using it. But, you know, it's black women everywhere that's looking for that's good for a man. There's women in Ethiopia. There's women in Nigeria. There's women in Tanzania. There's women everywhere. Women in America. So listen, man, that you're going to get, you know, you niggas are going to, you're not going to, that's not never going to be a problem for winners. Winners always get the best of everything. But nigga, focus on working smarter. We need more of a network. I'm telling you, it works, man. It works. We don't even need LinkedIn. I'm gonna tell you this. We don't even need LinkedIn, brother. Brother Tony, Brother Art, and our stuff. We don't need LinkedIn. We should have such a solution that we have our own black male websites with professional things that you can register and connect. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do that on my site. We should be able to power our own interests. We got enough motherfucking money to do it right now. That's why money when it comes to black men and pussy, I never got to worry about that because you niggas got, you know, pussy is always in the, one thing about the black and African Americans, black women like to fuck a whole lot. And there's plenty of pussy everywhere. That's something that God has made plenty enough for you. You're going to have more pussy than you can ever need. Now, more money is there. That's why I never asked for money. Brother Tony. Now, Tony, he give me about $1 million a month. Hey, I never asked for, really never asked for money. Why? Because you niggas got money. I know that you got money. I know you got money, so I never have to fundraise nothing or beg for it, because I know you got money. Any kind of money that's there, I know you niggas got it. Trust me. I'm not worried about this. I'm worried about y'all being niggas, though. See? So you got the $600 billion spending power. You have that. Many of you got nice cars, you got nice homes, you got nice trucks and shit, trucking companies. I know you got it. I'm not worried about your fucking money, nigga. That's why I tell you niggas to get the fuck off my platform if you got a problem. Take your motherfucking money and get the fuck on. I'll tell you that in a minute. Get your ass off my platform, motherfucker. Cause it's so many niggas with money that got it, that fuck with me. I'm always gonna be cool. I'm not worried about your money. What I am worried about is with your money and your resources and your talent, are you going to be able, if it's a brother that wants to work with you and he's willing to put in the work, are you going to pull him in? And can you help other brothers get in the business, and can y'all make that business bigger? That's the only thing I'm worried about. Again, me personally, I'm always going to be doing good. Because number one, niggas are lazy, and number two, niggas are lazy. So I'm in the concession-proof free area, dealing with niggas and making content. For sure, you always gonna have money dealing with niggas. I can tell you right now. And let me tell you something else. If you want financial independence, you'll always get it around blacks. I'm gonna drop this game. If you always want to have money, go to where the niggas are at. A lot of y'all running away from niggas. I'm running towards them. If you want to be financially free, nobody can make you more autonomous in your earnings than blacks. Now, it's hard work and these niggas be tripping. But everybody is going to where you niggas are at and sending their kids to college. They come to where you live and get the money, send their kids to college. And your kids is struggling at the community college level, but they just paid their kid to go to Harvard. Yeah, Tony, we gonna work on it. I'm gonna start off a small one. I'm gonna do, if Corona clear, God willing, I'll definitely do it this year. And listen, I'm not even worried about raising the money for that. Man, you should start planning for the money. I'm not worried about it. All I gotta do is put out a call. Thank you, Brother Jay Shine. Thank you, family. If it come for a conference, I talked to Brother Jay Shine. He said, man, whatever you need. I'm not worried about you niggas' money. I'm worried about how you niggas think. If I need $25,000, all I gotta do, I could do two things, information man. I can do a month of niggathons, get $1,000 a day off you niggas because y'all love drama, or I can ask for it. So whatever that we need, I know that we can get the money. I'm never worried about raising money with brothers. I'm worried more so about brothers' ability to want to come together. Because the money is never an issue for me. Cause I know you niggas got money. I know that's easy. Money is easy for you niggas. Okay? You niggas understand how to get money and how to give it. You got that good. But now we need you to bring in more brothers. Bring more brothers into the businesses, man, that want to do it. I know we got fuck niggas out here, but we got brothers out here that really want to work. You know? So we need to think about this. Start having the mindset that I have the solution. You know? Brothers got to start having these solutions. And nobody's going to lead the black race but you niggas. And it is up to you to do it. You know? You can't be looking for Trump and Candace Owens. You know, black men got to start providing solutions for black men. And when you provide those solutions to black men, everybody benefits. Because men give. We give back to our moms, our daughters, our kids. You know, we giving. Black men are giving, right? When black men, a lot of times, a lot of folks don't want black men to come together because they know we're going to give it back. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that white folks know. The reason why a lot of people want to keep us divided as a group of men, because they know what we're going to do. Because a lot of us is going to look out for other people. And see, white supremacists, you know, and I never rarely use that tone of language or verbiage, but they know that black men, we're going to give it back. That's one thing about us. We're very giving people. And see, once we get it, we're gonna put it back. And that's the last thing these groups want. They don't want us to give it back. We're gonna give it to our families. We're gonna, you know, a lot of us got even people that we look out for that ain't related to us. We're gonna give it to them. And they know that about us. So they want to keep us from that. They know our mentality. We have that mentality. We African American men are very giving. So, guys, that's what I wanted to say. You know, Omega, listen, fuck them if they hate it. I want to tell you brothers, thank you, man. Thank you guys. Every day is a birthday for me here. You know, so I don't just, you know, niggas found out really about it on my fucking Facebook, so somebody would have said something about it anyway. But you guys make every day my birthday. But what really would make my birthday more successful is this message, you know. Brothers really start to really use these internet platforms to do things, you know. Start trying to, and we always not gonna get along. We always not gonna see eye to eye. We're gonna have problems. But it should be such that we can, you know, we can get over those things. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing that, you know, niggas can be mad for a few months and we can come back and we learn from it. You know, and we do better. You know, we're gonna have problems, and when we have problems, don't say, man, see, that's what I get for dealing with niggas. No. Thank you, Brother D. Anderson. We get back in there, we cuss these niggas the fuck out. I'm gonna tell you like this. Sometimes you might have to yell at a nigga, whoop his ass, or fight or whatever. Then you come back 2-3 weeks together, and then y'all get back to what you was doing. You might have to cuss each other out and make some threats and all that. And then, you know, but you get back to it. That's the thing. You know, we gonna argue because we not used to this. But then we come back. You know? So brothers, thank you so much. We're gonna be talking about this tonight in the hall. Brother Information Man, I hope I see you tonight, Brother Jay Shine. And you know, we want to welcome differences of opinion too, obviously, but we need to really take this on. African men and black men, we got to get out of the nepotism. We don't really have it so much in our community, but it's really big, and we got to push our people forward. And the Pan-African agenda that's out there needs to be more male-centered. Thank you, Naima. We need to have more of a male-centered Pan-African agenda. And I think that needs to be different from the shout out to Sonetta. I love Sonetta. But I don't, you know, in my opinion, the current Pan-African agenda that's out there from a lot of different groups that I see on Sonetta's platform is female catered. And I'm not saying that's him personally, because Sonetta, he works with a lot of brothers. But we need to have one that is male-centered, because you cannot do anything without men. Men are the most important group. If you can control that nigga, you can't get nothing. But if that man is allowed to, if he can thrive, that's why, look at Nation of Islam, who they target first. All groups that have some sort of success, Nation of Islam, they go right to the men. So we need to go right to the men, right? Because the men are our leaders. You know, I don't care about you being Christian or atheist or a Muslim. I don't care about you Republican, Democrat. The men are our leaders. Black men are our leaders. Okay? And we need our men to, you know, and not just lead from talking, but lead from what you do. A lot of niggas need to start leading with their actions, not leading on a speech. Nigga, a lot of niggas talk too much. Get out there, nigga, and do something and show us that you a leader. Thank you, that guy from Texas. So, brothers, that's all I had to say. You know, we're looking to build on the topic tonight. And again, Hall of Game again. You guys want to get involved in that. If there are people on my platform that you guys want to work with, thank you, Brother Asquith. I got it from Kevin Samuel. So we help a lot of black men, and we helping each other all the time. We help each other get money all the time. And we need a lot of that. A lot of niggas in back chats getting pussy. We need brothers in back chats getting dollars. You know? So in any event, brothers, I'm gonna go. It's too hot. I'm sweating and shit, nigga. And I'll see you niggas later. Shazabay out.